Hello everybody and welcome to the next round of the Galactic War Games. To recap for those who are just joining the War Games now, we went through our first round with a single fighter battle, one fighter of every single species, and it turned out the new species known as the humans who won the ground warfare battle and the air combat battle, and they were able to strike out and take everyone down with just a single fighter. There was also the squadron battle where once again the humans came out by using tactics that absolutely blew everyone's minds, as they were able to not only go through maximum offense but also defense. Even though they won via technicality, it was still a win, and as the humans say, winning is winning. Then there was the previous incarnation, the previous round of the planetary invasion. Everybody was looking forward to the planetary invasion as it is one of the more highlighted rounds that we have here. And as it turns out, the humans once again have shown that even though they are new to galactic combat, they have a definite way of dealing with things on the ground. As they went through the atmosphere at such a high rate of speed, everybody thought they were going to be nothing but small little pieces of impact crater when they got on the ground. But instead, they landed on the ground. They were able to get through all the defenses and not only were able to take over the island, but able to take over equipment as well. They got an absolutely perfect score, which is why everyone is looking forward to going back into space to see if each species has what it takes to take down the space stations. Yes, it is finally time for the space station competition. It is known that each space station that you must attack and defend are all designed exactly the same, each of them 1.17 kilometers long, though these stations will be missing some of their creature comforts as they were designed specifically for the Galactic War Games. They all do have the artificial gravity on board so that you can actually hold yourself to the decking. There's also the bridge in the center, which does have all the correct components. And it is of note that this is where most of the fighting will mostly take place if a species can get that close. The rules for this round have not changed. However, for those that have not seen this round before, I need to lay everything out for you. As a one step, FTL is authorized. Yes, you can use FTL. However, to this point, it has not been used. Reason being, you are so close that you can actually get close at sublight engines to get from your starting point to the station in less than 4 standard minutes. You will get 2 points for boarding the station, 2 points for taking out all the anti-ship weaponry, which is all automated, 2 points if you can reach the bridge, 2 points if you take the bridge intact. If you go in and simply destroy the bridge, you will lose said points. All of which, if there is a tie on their points, will be chosen by how fast it is completed, how fast that someone can complete the rounds. It is very important. What is also very important is the disqualifiers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what got the humans to win the last time, so it is important to remember the disqualifiers. 1, you cannot simply destroy the station. That is completely off, and your entire species will be disqualified from the Galactic War Games if you willingly destroy the station. Destruction of the bridge. Well, that's a no-no, everybody. That is absolutely no, because that will remove you from this round immediately. If the bridge is destroyed, if the electronic components are destroyed, you are done. However, the most common disqualifier is if you lose all your boarding craft. It is noted that defenses are active. It is important that you destroy all the automated defenses on the outside, because if the automated defenses do strike all your landing craft and destroy them, you will lose this round of the Galactic War Games. As you all know, we are going to continue to broadcast on all channels. However, this channel here, with me, your announcer, will, thanks to everyone's decision via the poll, will continue to watch the humans. And as we turn our cameras over, we can see that the humans have been pulled out of formation and are getting their ship in position at the starting gate. This will take a few minutes. As we look inside the station, we can see the defenders, the Az, and the Az have brought the best warriors they have to defend. Looking around, we can see that as they seem to be angry, they seem to be focused, as they did not even make planetfall in the previous match, and was unable to face the humans in the prior match, as they were on opposite sides of the arena when the squadrons attacked, and they ended up being wiped out by another unit. In fact, it was a mutual destruction between them and 4 other species. When they tried to shoot down the humans during the single fighter engagement, they could not do that as they were caught up in an ambush by another species. In fact, I believe it was the Kepens who actually fired and got them directly in the engine. It is noted that we could not have an interview with the AS pilot as he was very, very, very angry. As we look around to see the AS warriors, we can see that they're sharpening their claws. Yes, actually sharpening their claws for this, as this very thin species specializes in close quarters battle techniques. They're able to move around in ways that most species cannot, utilizing all 4 limbs plus a tail, plus their extremely long neck that has extreme dexterity. However, as we look more inside the station, we can see that the as they're getting in their suits, they're getting very thin suits, just enough to allow to make sure that they have complete mobility, maximizing their speed, and able to stop the invaders. This is crucial. They need to be able to move to wherever the humans are going to land. We must also be aware that they have to wear the suits. It is required because depressurization is not something anybody wants to deal with. As we all know, folks, especially you young should know this, there's a million ways that you can get dead in space, and they are all horrible. The defenders should be noted they are allowed to activate and deactivate the artificial gravity if they so choose, and this would be in the AS's favor as they are able to move around using their limbs and their tails to move around the corridors a lot faster than any human could be perceived as moving. The suits, as we look closer, they seem to be designed to allow the AS to use their claws. However, since they cannot bite through the mask, they need to have the artificial jawline in there, which most of them do not enjoy using. As we can see, the suits are actually designed to allow tail movement as well. As we can see this as right here, as he's moving his tail around to make sure it's sitting just right. I see him pulling up and I guess he pulled up a little too hard because he just winced in pain. Perhaps he pulled on something he wasn't supposed to. Now that he's reset his suit, it seems as though he's reaching over, and yes, his buddy is handing in his energy weapons, most of which are blades, as this will be mostly close quarters combat. It looks as though the AS are now settling in, and they are moving towards the airlocks, ladies and gentlemen. This is smart, as this is always where everybody lands so they can take over the station. The best place to go into any station is always the airlocks. However, you just don't know which ones, which means they're going to be spread out fairly thin. They're worried that if they're rushed in from one side, the humans might be able to get the outer docking ring. If they so get the outer docking ring, it will be very difficult to stop them from getting to the inner docking ring and then the bridge. We're looking forward to final preparations as they're being made, as everyone is now just getting positions. And since we have a few minutes before they are ready to go, let's check in with our sponsors. Welcome back, everybody, and we are ready to go. I looked and I can see the humans are at the starting point, and it seems as though they've only brought one ship. This is odd, because usually people bring multiple ships. However, it seems as though the humans only have this one destroyer that they're going to be using. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what their idea is. However, this one destroyer is going to be making its run. It is noted that most of the time Burn is dodging all of this fire that comes from the automated systems. They must be able to shoot off the systems or knock them off some other way before they destroy your ship. And if they don't, well, you have a good chance of losing your landing craft, and that will disqualify you, ladies and gentlemen. It also of note that when somebody is crossing this area, dodging the fire, if it slows them down, it wastes their time. You cannot waste time, as everything is time. Sometimes getting there within fractions of a second will decide between winning and losing this round of the Galactic War Games. The count of start is 4, 3, 2, 1. Where did they go? Where did they go? Somebody give me a camera. Humans have disappeared, and they've reappeared at the station. They've actually done a micro jump, ladies and gentlemen. No one has ever actually completed a micro jump that successfully, and it seems as though the humans are right over the bridge. The bridge is towards the dorsal area right on the top, and it seems as though the human destroyer has its observation deck right away from it, only about 2 meters, and it seems as though the humans in the observation deck are waving at those inside the bridge. The ones at the bridge are looking up, and the humans are giving some sort of gesture. Does that gesture mean that they're saying humans are number one? I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen. That might be just a human thing. And the defenses were backing off, and I'm being told, look at the other. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, looking at the other cameras, we zoom out, we can see that the humans have shot off every single one of the defenses in the same time it took for the humans to claim that they are number one from their own destroyer. And oh, there goes the pods. The pods are already going in. From this angle, it doesn't seem like they're going for the outer ring. They should be. No, they're not. They're turning. They're going to the inner ring to the station. And they are hitting in. They're going in. And the pods are in. We're getting cameras on the inside. And there they are. There they are. There's the pods. It's pushing in. It is spraying some sort of foam on the outside, as it seems as though there are panels opening up, pushing a wide opening, making sure that the humans can get through. It seems as though there's some sort of laser as well that seems to be cutting off the extra metal. It has hit the ground. Where are the humans? They're running out, ladies and gentlemen. The humans are pouring out as fast as they can. Most of them seem to be lightly armored, but they are accompanied by a few of these very heavily armored humans. How can they move in those, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. It looks like it weighs more than the ship that they just came out of, but it seems as though they're walking just fine. That bipedal locomotion that they have just seems to be fluent inside these huge metal coffins shaped like humans. The As are scurrying to reposition as the humans are rapidly closing in on the bridge. They're trying to get in. They're charging at the humans. They're charging at all fours. The humans are coming at them. This is going to be a close range fight, and sure enough, they're coming in with their own blades, and the As are trying to swing at them. The humans are stabbing them. They're stabbing them. They're penetrating the As with their blades and weapons in one hand, and they're thrashing them around. They're penetrating deep over and over again. That As there, he better be careful. He's got a human with a big shield. Oh! The As just got slammed. They slammed the As into the wall so hard that the As is now leaking all over the floor. Oh, an As is turning around the corner, and a human just kicked him. He kicked him hard. He kicked the As really, really hard. He kicked the As so hard that his foot is actually stuck inside the As. Sometime it broke off inside the As, and he's lumping around, jumping on one leg, trying to kick the As off his foot. And it seems as though the other humans are finding this absolutely hysterical, as it seems as though locomotion has stopped, as it seems as though they're holding their sides. A couple have fallen down. It seems as though they can't understand what's going on. I don't know. For some reason, we can hear the humans, and I'm getting the transcript now, and it says something about, have they won the competition? One-legged man, some sort of contest. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going on, but he's now kicked the As to the floor, and it seems as though they're off again. And they're up in the air, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like the humans are going up in the air because the gravity generator has been turned off, and now the As are simply floating. However, it does not seem like the humans are floating, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though they have some sort of magnetic lock on their boots. They're simply putting their foot to the ground and lifting themselves up and walking as though it's nothing. However, one of the humans actually got up, and an As is actually around its helmet right now. He seems to be trying to get it off, and it seems as though his head is right up the As, and seems like he's trying to get it off, and it seems as though the humans are once again laughing at this, and we're getting transcripts all over the place, and I'm not sure I know what this means, but I don't think it's friendly gibberish, ladies and gentlemen. The humans have a very odd sense of humor, and I don't understand it. I'm told they're already at the doors. Let's switch the camera over here, ladies and gentlemen, and it seems as though, yes, the humans are actually at the doors of the bridge. It seems as though some of the smaller ones are there, and they're just simply waiting. And here comes one of the heavy armor ones. It seems like he pulls out what is that? It's a long blade, almost as long as one of the smaller humans there. He seems to be activating something. Yes, there's an energy field around this huge blade. He's driving the blade in, ladies and gentlemen. He's moving it across, and seems as though he's slicing one slice, two slice. There's a third slice, and sure enough, he punched out. Yes, he did. He punched it out. He punched out the piece of the door. There is now a hole. He created a hole in front. What are they going to do? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to get a better angle, and it seems as though one is coming up with some sort of orb. He has an orb about the size of the human fist. I don't know what they're doing in there, but I think I've seen these before. I've heard of death orbs before, ladies and gentlemen. If they throw that in there, this game may be over. He simply threw the orb in, ladies and gentlemen. I just watched him go in. We're switching the camera inside the bridge, and sure enough, the orb is floating slowly inside. Ladies and gentlemen, what the? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what just happened, but our cameras just went out. We're restarting them as fast as we can. There was some sort of flash of light, and our cameras are starting now. And yes, our cameras on the outside are working at least. And we can see the big metal human has actually walked up and he's grabbed the doors. He's ripping them off, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't think this was possible, but it turns out that metal exoskeleton that he's using is enough to rip the doors clean off. And they are walking inside. Our camera's trying to follow them, and we're walking around, and the Az are simply all floating around, drifting around. The Az is in the air, and all we see is them floating. The other humans are pushing in, and they are securing the bridge. We're watching the humans. It seems as though they're trying to bind up the Az that are there. I didn't know the Az could be bound up so much, but it seems as though they're not taking any chances. We're getting the biofeedback monitor now, and it turns out the Az are not actually dead. They're simply asleep, and they're out. And it seems as though, yes, the humans have actually reached the center of the bridge. They're downloading information, and time right there, ladies and gentlemen. How much time was that? Ladies and gentlemen, that was less than 5 minutes. That is a new record for the Galactic War Games, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow, great maker. I didn't think I'd ever see this, but even taking in the time to travel, that was less than 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to run that back to the judges to make sure I am right and make sure you're right. Right now, we can see the humans celebrating, and it seems as though they're looking up at the destroyer. As they're looking up above, we can see other humans inside the destroyer. It seems as though they've taken off their own gravity fields as they're floating up right against the glass on the observation deck. And they're doing something odd, ladies and gentlemen. I don't understand this. This must be a human celebratory thing, because it seems like a whole bunch of human females have taken off their upper garments and they're pressing their upper torso up against the glass. It seems as though the males on the bridge are looking up, and yes, they're waving their arms. I'm assuming this means they're happy about it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to take a while before everything is calculated to verify everything that we just saw, the timeline, and make sure that there's absolutely been nothing to disqualify them. As this happens, the humans need to get ready to defend their station. And right now, we will check in with our sponsors. And when we come back, we will await inside the next station to see if the humans can defend from the attack from the number 2 ranked species in this event, the Sachs. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, and I am pleased to tell you the humans now hold the record for speed in the station event, as it has now been confirmed that they assaulted and captured the station from the Az. It should be noted that they totally dominated that Az. Now, they need to defend from the Sachs. As we speak, the Sachs are on approach. Here they come. They're stretching as the Sachs assure that a single ship is not targeted by the sentry guns. This will allow them to take out all the sentry guns as they approach. The Sachs' mobility is in fact impressive as they swing left and right, up and down so easily as they empty their entire combat load into the sentry turrets on the way in to assure a nice, smooth entry. It takes some time, but there they go. The Sachs are moving in, getting to the orifice, the hard point, the airlock where they need to get. There's the connection right there as the Sachs slam into the station. The station is now shaking back and forth from the impact of the Sachs. Oh, that was close actually, ladies and gentlemen. I watched close, and it seems as though there was a bit too much inertia as the Sachs slammed into the area, almost bouncing away from the hole they need to attach to. And there they go, ladies and gentlemen, cutting into the airlock, and they are immediately charging in as soon as it's open and hit the walls, and there they go. Yet they're about to get a nice surprise. There they is, the heavy shields that the humans are holding stop them cold, and then they slam the shields together, crushing the Sachs right between them. The Sachs are now gushing fluids as they constrict from the pain. Fluid is spraying all over the place, to include the human's helmet and faceplate. The Sachs seem to be quickly trying to regroup, ready for another round as they use their cutting blades against the humans, coming in hard and swinging, but it seems as though the humans use protections. It seems as though nothing's getting through that shield. If anything gets past it, it seems as though even the protection on the arms is far too dense, far too strong for any of the vibro blades that the Sachs have actually brought. The Sachs look for their way around. They're trying to find a way around as that shield stands right in front of them. Yet, as the Sachs seem to look, they seem to be losing heart. They're holding steady and they're waiting for their commander to show up. The commander looks on both sides of the shield before they try to push through. And the Sachs seem to pause, as it seems as though the only thing they do when they see either side of the shield, or if they try to get over top, they would end up facing dozens, multiple dozens of human muzzles coming out of their weapons. It seems as though this time they weren't going to stab them. No, they're gonna shoot them. The Sachs are holding there, and what are they doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm looking. Yes, the Sachs begin to hang low as they drop their weapons. This round of the games is over, ladies and gentlemen. It is over. The humans, once again, try to recover as many as possible from the ground as the Sachs have surrendered. They are done. It is such a strange behavior to watch them do this. They were just facing off against the Sachs. They may have killed a couple. They definitely injured a lot of them. However, it seems as though the humans do not want to just let them lay there and suffer or wait for a medical team. No, it seems as though the humans are doing everything they can to make sure that Sachs is all patched up. Now that the humans have once again taken the top spot, unless another species can somehow complete their station faster than the humans can, which I seriously doubt. No one has beaten the record in almost a century, and yet the humans have done it in one round. We are currently trying to get our friend Human Steve to come up here. However, it seems as though we're having a little bit of difficulty getting Steve to come up here, as it seems he is with the other humans, and for some reason he is having difficulty walking. I wonder if he's okay, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he's just in shock from that win or what it is, but it seems as though he is constantly holding his sides as he's walking up to me, ladies and gentlemen. And here he is. He's coming in right now. Thank you for joining us, Steve. Perhaps you can tell us how you came up with the strategy to beat the whole ass and make the sag so low in defeat. Steve, are you doing okay? Steve, what are you doing right now? I'm trying not to show my teeth. I'm also trying not to pee my pants. Oh, I was not sure you had a medical condition. Perhaps it was watching your men use blades to penetrate the ass so deep. Stop, you're killing me! Could you explain that, Steve? I am not trying to inflict any harm on you. Could you explain something? I don't understand what's going on. You remember how you mentioned how there were a few words lost in translation? Learn some human slang and then listen to your broadcast again? I'm not sure I follow your words. Was it how your own human members used shields to bounce the Sachs around straight back into the orifice or the portal they came through? Or was it the harsh beating of the ass? I gotta go. Holy shit, that was funny. I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Human Steve seems to be having some issues. So, will you join us next time and see how fast the humans can get their ships into such tight areas in the next go-around? Stop it, you're killing me! And we will see you all next time on the next round of the Galactic War Games! Hello everybody, this is Syntax. Thank you so much for joining me today on Season 3, Episode 4 of the Galactic War Games. Before I go, I need to send out some special thank yous to a few of my supporters, and those will be MTF Guard, Guardian Sage, SS Demon, Erica Gem, Prozac and Pancakes, and Brian Kemp. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Everybody else, I'll see you on the next one. This is Syntax, ejecting.